Hello, happy November, and welcome back to my channel. I am Shalina B, and today we are cleaning after dark. Going to bed and waking up to a clean kitchen is a must, so we are getting it done. Stay tuned to find out a little bit more about me and get some tips on how to build healthy habits and establish routines in your home. So let's get started. My first tip would be to start in one area and work your way to the next. I like to start in the areas with the least mess. I feel like it builds your momentum and it gives you those endorphins, which keeps you moving on to the next task. Sometimes when you start with big tasks, they can be very overwhelming and discouraging, and you may not finish that one or finish the next one. So here you see I am starting with the kitchen table. The kitchen table, we typically try to keep it clean. We try not to pile it up and make it a drop zone as we've done before. So here I am just wiping down the placemats, wiping down the table, and cleaning up the little things that are on there. You see my hubby there with the baby. The baby is strapped to him, nice, snug, and sleep. So appreciative of him so I can film this video and get some cleaning done because I do enjoy cleaning. And for those of you who wonder, yes, we do have teamwork, and he cleans and cooks as well as I do as well. So that is something that we do together, and it is a huge help. So I just started with the kitchen table, cleaning off the chairs, and then vacuuming up the area. Again, it's a quick 5 to 10 minute task, and then move on to the next. So again, I want to welcome you to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you have started this journey with me here on YouTube, or if you are coming over from Instagram. My Instagram handle is Shalina_B. That's spelled CHELENA_B. I will put it on the screen. Where I share mom tips and tips how to create routines and healthy habits for your household. During the pandemic, I had a hobby turned passion by just posting inspirational videos, messages on Instagram because the world was in a really sad place at the time. So I just wanted to uplift and encourage, and that became a passion of helping women because I realized that we did not take time for self-care. We didn't often take care of ourselves. We would do everything for everybody else. We would do everything for our jobs. And then we would often be so burnt out. So I started to share tips on how to have self-care, what self-care looks like, and how to create those routines and healthy habits to be able to do so. That is how I realized in order for you to have time for yourself, you have to have routines. You have to have time management so you can get the things done for your home and also yourself, because often we'll do for the children, again, we'll do for work, for husband and home, and then we don't add ourselves to our own schedules. We don't make time for ourselves. But I realized if you have a routine, if you stick to the routine, if your household sticks to that routine, and it can be flexible, it's not very rigid, but it just makes sure that you have time for yourself and all the things that you have to do. So if you've made it this far in the video, leave a flower emoji in the comments to let me know you are here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching so far. I definitely appreciate your support. If you have not done so, please consider subscribing to my channel and joining our little community that we are creating here on YouTube. Also, leave me a like and comment. I love to chat with you in the comments. And again, I feel like it just continues to build community. I always wanted to be a YouTuber. It's something that I've wanted for years, actually. I really love YouTube. I love the community that YouTube has created. So it has always been a goal of mine. So I'm very excited to be on here and making videos. My first video started with Vlogtober. So if you have not watched the Vlogtober series, please go back and do so. I do have a playlist with my Vlogtober episodes. I was not able to vlog every day in the month of October, but I got started. And I think that that is an important lesson for anybody, to just get started. Don't think about the hows, the who's, all those things, but just get started with what you have. Again, I knew that I had a goal that I wanted to do YouTube. So I started on Instagram because I felt like that was a easier way to get into storytelling, video, content creation, and all those things in small bites. So I started there, and I made sure that I got good with using those tools and being comfortable on camera. And then I knew when the time was right, I would get to YouTube. So I discovered that Vlogtober was a thing, and probably 3 or 4 days before October started, I decided I was going to do it. So it was a game time decision, but I feel like that is the best for me. So I didn't overthink it to the point where I didn't do it. So sometimes you just have to start where you're at. I edit on iMovie, and I edit on my phone, so it's made it really easy to put clips together, to vlog, and to get everything edited and uploaded to the computer and to YouTube. There has been some hiccups along the way, but what new thing doesn't have hiccups? So if you have been waiting to start something new, here is your sign to do just that. If you have any more questions about how I got started, feel free to comment below, and I'd be happy to answer them. But yeah, it's been great so far, and surprisingly, it's been an easy catch on, and I feel very comfortable doing it. So I'm definitely going to continue. I don't know my cadence as of yet in the month of November and moving forward, but for now I'm just gonna at least post twice a week. But I'll be sure to let you know how often I will post, so you won't miss a video. And so you don't miss a video, make sure that you click the bell so you get notified when a new video is up. If you are unfamiliar with habits, routines, and systems, habits are consistent behaviors that move you closer to your goals. So it's something that you do on a daily basis, and eventually that healthy habit or that thing that you do on a daily basis turns into a routine. A routine is a sequence of actions that are regularly followed. So that habit that you develop, so say your habit for the month of November is to drink water and read your Bible every morning. So that's a healthy habit. We know that the Bible or reading, whatever you choose to read, is going to set the tone for the day mentally. It gives you, it sparks joy in your mind or gets your mind ready for the day. And then water nourishes your body for the morning. So those are habits that you want to start. So those are the goals that you have that you want to achieve on a daily basis. And once you do it for a while, it becomes routine. It becomes a sequence of actions that are regularly followed. It's some things that you don't even think about. Sometimes habits you have to think about to really build those healthy habits or remove those unhealthy habits, because sometimes we like to revert back to unhealthy habits or comforts when things may go awry, when things are not in a great place. So if we're working out really good and then maybe we have a bad day, we might want to revert to an unhealthy meal when we're trying to eat healthy. So once you build those habits, they become routine. So now you are routinely doing those things and those set of actions that are followed on a regular basis. And then you create that system. And that system are collective ways to keep the machine running smoothly. So in this situation, it may be your home. I'm big on home management. So you need systems for your home. So you create that system from those habits and those routines, and then it goes into this well-oiled machine, and then it continues to go based on those steps that you followed to create that routine. It becomes your whole system. It becomes that machine, and it runs pretty smoothly. So a few systems we have: our meal planning system. It can include groceries, cleaning, inventory, sitting down to actually plan out your meals. It's a whole system. It's a whole process that we do on a regular basis. And the steps that lead up to the system happen because of our habits and routines. Another one could be your laundry routine, your cleaning routine, maybe your kids after school or morning routine. And I would say if you have to find a routine, or what routine I would start with, I would say a morning and an evening routine. So think about the steps that you do every morning and every evening, and maybe write those steps down or really kind of think them through. So if your morning routine is to wake up, drink your water, read your Bible, brush your teeth, get dressed, maybe think those steps through, and then it becomes routine to the point where you don't think about them. And most of the time we don't think about our morning routine, but when you really want to be intentional about the steps that you do in the morning, and you want to make sure they're done within a certain amount of time so you can get started with your day, you want to think about that. So start there, and then from there you can do an evening routine. Think about the things that you do at night, and from there you can carve out that time for that evening routine and make sure that you do it. And you want to include those non-negotiables. So something for self-care, something that fills up your mind, body, soul, and spirit, whether that's taking a bath or watching a good show, reading a good book, having a good conversation with a friend or your family member, taking a nap, just being quiet, meditating, stretching, whatever it is that brings you peace, you should add that into those routines, because it just makes that day so much better. It sets the tone for the day, or it helps you ease into the night before the next day. I know all too well that sometimes it can be hard to be consistent and disciplined when it comes to building those healthy habits and those routines, but I can assure you that it makes a world of a difference when you have regular routines for your household. Some tips to help you remain consistent and disciplined are to make sure that everything has a place. When things don't have a place, something called bottlenecking happens where everything gets piled up. You think about an assembly line. If one thing goes wrong on an assembly line, it will back up everything else and mess up the flow. So when you think about the system in your home, if one thing throws off the rest of that system, it can back it up. So you want to make sure that things have a place. So as you're putting things up, cleaning and what have you, that you have a place to put it back so it doesn't become an additional task on top of all the other tasks that you have to do. And the other tip is to, again, I think I mentioned it before, to write out those steps that you have to do. Once you write out those steps, you start to understand how much time it takes to do what you have to do. My kitchen cleaning routine is typically 30 minutes. It can vary depending on the day and what we have going on, but I know that I can typically get this kitchen clean in 30 minutes. So I allow for that. And I know that they can be done on a daily basis. So make sure you know the time and the steps that you have for your routines and projects for your home. An additional tip, right now you see that I am cleaning the dishes and putting them in the dishwasher. Unload and load your dishwasher on a daily basis. This has made such a huge difference in my household by doing, like I said, these daily tasks. Sometimes we may tell ourselves, oh, I don't need to do it because the laundry is not piled up or the dishes aren't piled up. But trust me, they will pile up, or you may forget about them, and then you have a mound of a task to do, and it's overwhelming and daunting. So we make sure our dishwasher is loaded every night, and it doesn't have to be full. We sometimes, if we have a few dishes, we may not get to it to the next morning, but we always load it up every day. And we keep that cycle going because, again, it builds momentum and it makes us more consistent and disciplined in our routine. So if you don't have a dishwasher, try to make a point to wash them. And if you have others in the home that could help, then help them to wash the dishes as well. Another tip that I like to do, I like to clean while I cook. So that way I don't have a pile of dishes after I'm done, because after cooking, you could be really tired and you don't feel like doing another task. So you just want to do things that provide you with some ease and some peace, and try to keep your home less chaotic and less stressed. And I'm a mom of 4, so I definitely need all of the routines and systems to keep our household going. So if you are new here, I am a mom of 4. I have a 2-month-old baby girl. I have an 18-month-old baby boy. And I have twin boys that are 7. I'm also a special needs mom. One of my twins is on the autism spectrum. So we have a full house over here. So when I say that these routines and systems and habits are important, I mean it. Because we are a family of 6. I've been married to my husband for 9 years. We are almost 10 years in this thing. And teamwork and communication have been the top things that are keeping our relationship going, and laughing. Of course, we laugh a lot and we spend a lot of time together because, as you imagine, having a household of 4, especially with all different ages and needs, it can be a lot. So we have to make sure that we are a united front and that we are communicating and working together as a team to get the things that we need done. I have a background in healthcare, operations, and management, and I worked in the field for about a good 10 years. And then I resigned a little bit after the pandemic to stay home, focus on my family, obviously expand our family. And it has been great. Again, I mentioned that I turned my hobbies of being on Instagram into a passion, and just realized I really wanted to help more women and help them release that societal pressure of being the strong woman and having it all together and not prioritizing self-care and hobbies. So now that's my passion, and that's what I've been doing, just making sure that you know that you are loved, you are worthy, you are enough just on who you are. Your work does not determine your worth. And we need to know that, and we need to love ourselves and practice more self-love and self-care and find hobbies and find things that we enjoy. And I feel like once you do that, you get to understand a little bit more of who you are. You get to connect more with yourself because you know the things that you love and enjoy on every stage, because we are constantly evolving. If you are a mom, you know that your identity often shifts based on the phases and the seasons that you're in, and your hobbies may shift as well. Your self-care may change. The things that you need may change. So it's so important to spend that time with yourself as you are growing and evolving. So I am wrapping up my kitchen cleaning routine. The last of my cleaning includes cleaning off this countertop and washing up these few dishes. These are the dishes that I don't put in the dishwasher, like my kitchen plastic organization things, some wooden spoons, knives, things like that. So I'm just going to hand wash those, and I'll end with the satisfying sink cleaning. We have reached the end of the video. Here are some satisfying final pics of my clean kitchen. I just want to thank you all for joining me today on this clean with me, and I'll catch you on the next one.